Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're well. In my last video you might have seen I created these and I'm so happy with how they turned out. I love them. I love the colour palettes. I love how I've managed to get a lot of detail and different things going on, but also I've left negative space and I've created something that's a little bit minimal but also busy and interesting. Apologies for the noise, it's very windy out there at the moment. The only thing about these is I gessoed a big old A3 sheet of quite thick paper and there's quite a few imperfections where I haven't really got used to gessoing and keeping it all smart and nice, and also where I've gessoed using a paintbrush, the background's got this like texture to it. I quite like it, but at the same time I want something a bit more polished in the background, so I have cut up, it's exactly the same paper, I just haven't gessoed it, so it's quite thick, and so I've cut up some of them and I'm going to try and recreate something similar but on this paper and see what happens. I plan on creating some more flowing, low viscosity paints. So this blue, dark blue paint in the background is my normal acrylics mixed with this pouring medium, and it's really hard to try and get the consistency right, and so far I've only done this dark blue and white, but I'm going to try and mix up a few more and try and create like a swipe in the middle by like dotting a few different colours together and then swiping them and see what happens, and just so I've got a sort of stash of a few more colours that I can do that quite interesting effect in the background. So I'm going to mix up those paints first with the pouring medium and then give it a go. Normally with the paintings that I do, I hate it when you can see, like when the paint is translucent and you can see the layers below, but I think it really works quite well in this piece. So having these more watered down mediums, watered down acrylics, but they're not watered, these mixed acrylics, is going to lead to some more like slightly more translucent layers, which I think will be quite interesting. So I'm going to probably do the same colour palette because I love it and I know that it works. So I'm going to mix up some of these paints now. I got these little bottles off Amazon and they're quite good. I could do with having some that have got a smaller opening at the end, but these seem to work quite well for two that I've done. I'm trying to figure out the consistency of how much pouring medium to how much paint is quite difficult, and also trying to squeeze my paints into these is quite difficult, so we shall see how we get on. Perhaps I'm going to start by adding the pouring medium, put the same amount in each and then go from there. The only thing with this pouring medium is it makes the paint glossy. I'm much more of a matte person, but oh well. Let's start with turquoise. This might be quite difficult to do because it's right near the end of the bottle. Now does that fit? Nope. I've just got these cocktail skewer, not cocktail, what are they called? Skewers, just skewers to get in there and mix it about. I don't have any funnels or anything, but if anyone's got any suggestions as to how to do this a bit better, I welcome the feedback. So I'm doing that one. What other one am I doing? Orange, yellow, and I'm going to do a light turquoise, so I need to do that plus white. This is quite uninteresting process, so I will come back to you when I've filled these up. Okay, after making a right mess, I've managed to get 4 new colours mixed up. I really quite like this like terracotta-y, more rusty orange. I made that using burnt orange, so it's already kind of burnty, and then mixing it with a bit of Van Dyke brown, and then to lighten it up a bit, mixing it with a bit of cadmium yellow. It looks quite browny in there, but then when I poured it out, it looks really nice. So, and it's very similar to the colour I mixed up for the last piece I did, so I'm pleased with that. Just made a complete mess of a load of paintbrushes. So yeah, this doesn't look very mixed in the bottle, so I'm hoping it will gradually all settle and mix together, but when I squeeze it out it's all right, and it might actually look quite interesting in some of the pieces if it's got streaks of that in. But the plan is to kind of put them all together and then do some kind of swoosh. So I still don't know if I've got the consistency right. Some of these will just drip out without squeezing, and then like this one I have to give it a little squeeze, and then that ends up being quite runny. So let's just see what happens, I guess. And then if I put that in front, put that next to it, do a little swipe with maybe the catalyst wedge. Hopefully you can see this. Something like that. So that worked out quite nice actually. And then I used that as like the main feature of the piece. Maybe a bit of that, and then add in, maybe not the last bit, add in my own like other bits on top of it. I'm not sure if the catalyst wedge is the right thing to use if it does that. Maybe a bit of cardboard. I kind of want to do a practice run, but I've cut up that paper ready to go and I haven't got any. So I'll find a bit of scrap and see what it looks like on some scrap. I need to clear all this up first and then I can start painting. Okay, let's see how this works on a bit of just plain paper. This is just printer paper. So try it with a bit of this dark as well. So they come out as quite big blobs. It'd be quite nice to have something with a smaller nib, smaller opening. Maybe a bit of white in there as well. Definitely some very different consistencies. My yellow is running away up there. Right, let's try this with the catalyst. Oh, I'm getting those little like bubbles. That's cool. I think I need to put a bit of paper over the top. Let's try it with a bit of cardboard. It's probably need to be thicker consistency really. This is just a thin bit of cardboard. A bit easier to control. I wonder why like the yellow and orange didn't drag very far. So I need to practice a few more times with this before I move on to the main thing. Get another bit of paper. Okay, well that kind of worked. So I might do that pattern again. I love how it's like getting this bubble type thing going on. I've seen it where they use pouring medium to create like pouring art, and I think they normally have to like put an additive in it or something to get that effect. But right, let's try it on the real deal. Okay, I think I'm gonna do it without the dark blue like I did in that last one because it looked quite good. And I'll do kind of a let's give this a go. Interesting. Do I add another little bit? Yeah. Okay. Yep, quite like that. Let's do another one. Oh, I get so nervous. Not get all of it, but I quite like that. It's gonna take ages to dry. Do I drag a bit more down? I could just manipulate it. Let's go again. to use what's on my bit of card, but I've not got a bit of paper to hand. Yeah, that didn't come out very nice. I'm glad I didn't put that on my main bit. Interesting. Right, next one. Quite enjoying just playing around with this. Perhaps I should cut up some more paper and see what I can come up with. This is a bit more jiggly, so who knows how this is going to turn out. Ready? Oh, that's nice. Oh, some big bubbles coming out. Oh, that's exciting. Right, so this is what we've got. So those three and that one, that was the first one. And that's got some more bubbly bits coming out as well. I'm not sure whether to leave these as is or add to them. I need to let them dry anyway, so I'm gonna go and put these to dry and cut up some more of this paper and just keep whacking out loads of these things because I love it. This is the paper I'm using, by the way. It's the acrylic pad artist grade by artme.co.uk. I got it off Amazon, I think, but it's quite thick. 400 GSM, 12 sheets of A3, acid free, ideal for acrylic and gouache painting. So yeah, it'd be no good with the tape on it, which is why I gessoed it for the last lot. But yeah, it comes with the perforated edge on it, so you can rip it off, but I then get the cutter out and cut it all down to size as well. So yeah, I'm going to cut some more of those out, make some more. Okay, so I've mixed up another colour, I've cut up a load more of these, and I'm just going to wash out some more basically. So I've got a big old collection to work on. So let's see how we go. Don't love this colour palette. I don't think these have worked as well, but I guess I can work on top of them and kind of cover it up a bit more and just leave a few bits exposed. But I love how these two have turned out. Yeah, just the colours, the fact that there's all these little bubbles coming up. It just looks so cool, and I don't know if I want to ruin it by doing more. Yeah, I'm gonna go and let these dry and maybe do some more in these colours, because it'd be quite nice to have a whole series of these. Okay, I think I forgot to record the first one of these two, so there they both are together. Hopefully they're both on screen. Very similar, lots of little bubbles and stuff. I love how these are turning out. I'm not sure if they'll work in this kind of composition, but we'll see. I'm gonna make enough of them that I can practice on some and then keep some back that look really cool like these. So hopefully you can see all the details in that. Lovely. From this one I've learnt that I need to give it time, because that turned out a bit gross to start off with, but now it's kind of separating off where they're different weights, and I think it's turning out quite nice. This one is just kind of the leftovers of that one, and I think I can make it work by working into it. I think there's still some interesting effects going on there, and yeah, I can work with it. I don't love it, it hasn't turned out as cool as loads of the others, but there's, yeah, some bits that can be worked on, so I'll definitely use this one in a composition like I did in the last, like these basically, so I'll work into it. So those two went quite well. Okay, I've mixed up one more colour, so it's a beautiful colour. I think I'm gonna do this with, oh, I don't know, try one of each, maybe. This with the oranges and the blues, and then just this with the blues and the pink. Let's have a go. I've only got two more bits left that I've cut up, and then I'll probably leave it for today and let them all dry and see how we go. But yeah, let's do this last one. I love how these have turned out. They both look great. I do like the addition of this greeny turquoise as well. And this looks quite cool where it's dripped at the end. And I like these sort of extra bits here where it sort of breaks off. It's like a landmass and all the little islands surrounding it. We've got some interesting bubble textures going on up here and around here. Kind of feel like I should be popping. There's a few little air bubbles in there, or are they air bubbles, or are they look kind of orangey, so perhaps it's like, yeah, I don't know what I should do with those. I guess that's why they have the blow torches, to sort of get rid of the air bubbles. So the air bubbles are staying because I don't have a blowtorch. Yeah, I've really enjoyed creating these. I'll wait for them to dry and then I'll show you all of them laid out together. Or I will clear up and show you all of them laid out together, still a little bit wet because they're going to take ages to dry. Okay, I've brought it all out onto my dining room table so that I've got a bit more space to lay it all out. So excuse the lighting, but this is what I've made today. So these were the very first ones. Oh my god, the lighting's awful, sorry. Second lot. Love that they're getting there, they're nearly dry. And then we tried some orange and yellows, added in the pinks on this row. I really love how these ones have turned out. Quite like a little squiggle there, some really lovely details. That one I don't love so much, but there's bits in there that are interesting. And then these are the most recent ones. I love this, that orange. It's not really picking it up because of the shadows. How can I get it without shadow? Yeah, some lovely details. Not such a great one. Love this one. And this one. And then down the side I've just got the bits where I've like discarded the extras off my bits of card after swiping these. So nothing amazing there, but there's some bits that might be interesting to use for something else another time, even though it's on like really thin paper. Hopefully I'll be able to use it for something. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's gone. So I'm going to wrap up for today. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Check back in on the next video where we'll likely add some stuff to these. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.